I guess there comes a point when you're so excited you just freeze up. I was so in love with this record when I first saw it on MTV. It was not a hit here in the States, but it was hit in England. Gosh, dog it, I flipped over this record like you wouldn't believe. Voice of the Beehive. Yes, at number 28 on my fancy playlist. March 18th, 1989. Engaging video, engaging song. Don't Call Me Baby. Don't come. This They sound a bit like the Bangles. They had that 80s new wave sound going, the jangling guitars, that wall of sound of just infectious jangling guitars, and they're singing just absolutely gliding seamlessly on top of those guitars. The vocals of those two women who fronted the group, they were sisters, Tracy and Melissa Bellin. I believe it's Bellin, Belland. I can't pronounce words. Bellin, I believe is how you pronounce it. They're from Los Angeles, California. And like I said, I was telling people about this record. Man, this Voice of the Beehive record is amazing. They're like, who the hell is Voice of the Beehive? I mean, they're laughing at me. Such an original sounding name as well. Very creative. Voice of the Beehive. They were the daughters. Now get this. I just found this out. Tracy and Melissa Bellin, they were the daughters of Bruce Bellin. Bruce Bellin of the Four Press back in the 50s. They did that song. I can't remember the exact name. 57 Miles to Santa Catalina. And they did a song called Big Man in 1958, and they did some of these little parodies back in the early 60s that were fun, like the Big Draft in 1964, the Four Press. They were daughters of one of the group members, Bruce Bellin. These two women, Tracy and Melissa Bellin, sisters. They teamed up with four guys from England. Two of them were members of Madness, former members of Madness, Daniel Woodgate, drummer, and Mark Bedford. And I wrote down Mike Jones was another member of the band as well. One of the guys left the band early, though. Mark Bedford left the band early on, I think, although he helped them out in the initial phases. But Daniel Woodgate stuck with the band, I guess, almost all the way through. But Don't Call Me Baby. God. 60s pop, 80s new wave. It's just absolutely, it's a charmer. It's a charm. It's a treasure. The record. Gosh, dog it. Went to number 15 in England. Didn't do diddly squat here in the States. Just can't resist a record like that. And that was not all. Their first album was called Let It Be. That was from where this song Don't Call Me Baby came from, their first album. Their second album was called Honey Lingers, and Honey Lingers. Well, they had a hit called I Think I Love You. They covered the Partridge Family record, by the way, which was written by Tony Romeo. And but the song I remember off that album, I fell in love with Voice of the Beehive all over again. The fall of '91 when they did. Uh, I can't even. Bear with me. Just bear with me. I forgot. Angels and something. Angels and something. Bear with me. Just hang on. Hang on. Monsters and Angels. That's why I told you I freeze up when I get excited. They did Monsters and Angels in the fall of '91, and I slapped it on my fantasy playlist. I was so in love with that record. A little bit slower, a little bit harder edge than Don't Call Me Baby, but God, I was in love with that record. The harmonies just superb. 10. Lovely record. But then I guess most of the group members left. It was by the time they came out with, I think it's called Sex and Misery in 1996, it was basically just Tracy and Melissa Bellin, and they did Scary Kisses. Headline was all over Scary Kisses in 1996. I said, God, it's so nice to hear from Voice of the Beehive again. Scary Kisses in '96. What they're doing now, Tracy eventually became a school teacher in California. Her sister Melissa, she started her own company. Don't have any details on it. She ran her own company called Made in Heaven, and that's also in California, I think in Laguna Beach. And group member Martin Brett, he runs his own music production company in London. And remember, too, I don't know if I made this clear. Both these women, they're from Los Angeles, but the backing musicians, they were all British. And Martin Brett, he started his own production company in London and came out with a solo record just a few years ago, back in 2011. And Woodgate still plays drums. Probably missing one of the members of the group. By the way, this record was written by "Don't Call Me Baby," written by Tracy Ballin and Mike Jones, group member Mike Jones. I wish there was more I could say. I could wax poetic about this record all day. You can tell I'm just still enamored with this record, even 30 years later. One of the best pop records. I gotta say this. If Tracy and Melissa Balin are watching this video right now, you nailed it. You're lovely on that record. Absolutely lovely. Great singing, great music. Thank you very much for just giving me that great single. 1988. MTV played it. Medium to light rotation, I think. Fall of 88. Don't Call Me Baby at number 28 on my fantasy playlist, March 18th, 1989.